Morgan, you are leading your retinue, plus its new hangers-on, through the ducts and shafts of the northernmost hive of Arcturus IV. This is a familiar environment to you.
Yes.
You're used to sneaking around in ducts. This speaks to you. It's a little too wide
Big,
for
yeah.
you. The
Extra
scale
big.
is too large. People can walk upright in most of these, but as you move towards the estate, they start to become more cramped and more limiting in terms of movement until you get to the very edge of where you can see onto the Jumentierre Estate. It's possible for all of you to make your way into this space and look through a grate into a vast yard that extends to a massive balcony that is fully open to the outside air. The air here is a little bit thinner, and you can see outside there is the sky, fully visible. Can you all roll me a perception?
17.
8.
14.
Not one.
No. Okay. Incredible.
The judge's eyes fall.
I'm going to use the 17 as the general score for the group's perception.
Sure.
And I'm going to use the 1 as an environmental concern for you, Judge. So looking out into this area, you can see that it is vast. There have been gantries that have been set up. This yard had once been green with, decorative trees, and there were some fountains and things like that that have dried up and died, and they have had crude mechanical gantries and overlays set over them. There are cogitator banks. There are massive fuel tanks. The floor has been laid out with, chain link fence style grates along it to just guarantee that there is a certain level of solidity. And as it moves away from these gantries, you can see that there are refueling tracks and other things set up, leading to 3 massive landing pads. And you are shocked to see 3 Astra Militarum Valkyries, PDF flyers that are being constructed. It appears that they are near full construction. They're not as heavily armed as they would normally be, and you can't tell their exact level of functionality, but it is clear that there is a surprise weapon being brought in by the Crimson Brotherhood to change this war on the planet or to bring things up to the surface. You can see that the Valkyrie in the center is actively being fueled. You don't know how deep it is into this process, but you know that this is happening, which suggests that if they are fueling them, it is possible for them to take off. As you look at it, you can see 2 Dark Mechanicum figures, similar to the Mechanicus that you are aware of, with their mechadendrites working as they check over technology, only their robes are black, and you can see ichor and dripping blood and oil from the mechadendrites in the other parts of their body. This is about 120 feet, this entire stretch that you can see of this estate in front of you. There is a lot of cover spread throughout it. It is clumsily built. It is not any more intelligent than the Mechanicus you were aware of, only you are seeing a lot more experimentation and problem solving in terms of the build than the Mechanicum would ever allow. When you look at the cogitators, you can see it's different. Some of them have eyes. There are teeth around some of the windows.
Great.
They are much more disturbing. But there are 2 Mechanicum figures, and there is a swirling flock of servo skulls up above. It seems to be flying in a mindless square pattern over the scene. It's not like they could be actively searching, but your guess is they are in a holding pattern, just flying a square. But as you look up, you can see that they are covered in scalpels. Some of them have mini blades attached to them. It seems like with their red glowing eyes blinking menacingly, these are not the harmless observers that you are used to in Imperial space. With a 17, you do see that every once in a while, one of the Mechanicum figures walks to the central Valkyrie that's been put in place, these improvised Valkyries, and looks into the hold before returning to their duties. Clearly, there is something of interest inside there. This could provide a way out. If these are flyable, you're not sure what the situation is regarding Talos Ivo. The thing I will point out for you, Judge, is Dan O'Dan is stimmed to the gills and almost twitching. He will not be reliable in a stealth mission. You'll need to figure out what to do with him. He is carrying a knife, and he is so eager. He is just twitching and rocking, ready to go, ready to fight for the Emperor. You have this moment to plan and decide what you want to do. The grate you are behind is about 6 feet off the ground. It is a number of grates. It would be possible to just remove one and allow people to drop down, and there is a handrail with armor plating underneath it. Not specifically armor, but just steel plates underneath, so you could drop down and theoretically hide the moment you hit the grate below.
Okay.
But you won't be able to look up without risking discovery. So now is the time to plan your route, what you want to do, and what you want to do with the assets you have available to you.
Just for my own benefit, did we reclaim Romeo, his corpse, to be healed later? Or did we?
Romeo's corpse is currently being carried. The skull is being carried by Morgan. She did reclaim it.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Morgan and the judge make the same sound at the same time.
Yeah. Looking at this, it's clear that we need more information, and there are banks of cogitators if we could get the data spike into. Because obviously, if it sounded like they were going to move Talos Ivo out using these planes, so at this point, it's like we just need more information. Morgan will turn to everyone and say, obviously, we need to get closer to get more information without being spotted. I can move quietly. Does anyone else have any thoughts about how we should move next?
I am going to make a note so everybody knows the condition of Dan O'Dan.
Okay.
I'll say...
You're going to sign or you're going to speak aloud?
I'm speaking aloud. Everybody has to know this, so... Dan O'Dan.
Yeah.
I need you to take deep breaths, otherwise...
Okay.
We will be a target. You are stimmed up.
It's going to be good. I'll be good, I promise.
I know you will. Okay. And then I'm going to... I would very much like to smack this euphoria out of him, but in a way that won't kill him. And let me just think what that looks like.
So just like a police officer, you're going to try to punch the drugs out of him.
Yeah. Well,
Snap out of it.
I'm going to elbow him in the gut.
Okay. Roll me that attack.
Well, that's a 15.
Okay, that will land.
All right. And what do I have?
1d4 plus your strength.
Okay.
Oh, you sound so reluctant.
That's a 6.
That's 6 damage. Now, you do have an option here, but it stacks differently. You can try to do damage, which is to just physically harm him, or you could do this as non-lethal damage and try to just grapple him out of consciousness before he can stop you.
Grapple him out.
Just choke him out. Do you want to choke him out, or do you want to just hit him as hard as you can?
Jeez. I'm going... we might still need him. I want him, again, using the word ambulatory. I just don't want him half-cocked and crazy. I'm going...
All right, so he's going to take the damage then.
He's taking the damage.
Okay. Dan O'Dan takes a solid hit, falls down, and comes back up. Let me roll a check for him. Oh, no, he fails dramatically, so he's going to try to stab you. He gets a 9.
With a kitchen knife.
With a kitchen knife, as he takes a swing at the arbitrator, the judge who just hit him in the stomach.
Yeah, it's not going to make contact.
How do you stop it? Do you just step aside, or are you blocking this more aggressively?
I want to show him that this is useless. So I just literally hold up my shield as it makes contact, dings off, and hopefully just shoots him back a couple of feet.
Great. The knife dings off. Is there anything you want to do on your turn in this combat?
Sure. I'm going to grab him by the wrist, disarm him, and I'm going to shake him a little bit.
Fabulous. That's a grapple. So D&D 2024 says a grapple, your target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw. It chooses which, or it has the grappled condition. The DC for any throw or escape attempt equals 8 plus your strength modifier and proficiency bonus. The grapple is possible only if the target is no more than one size larger than you, which is fine. You have a hand free to grab, which you do. So this counts as an unarmed strike. The DC for him to try to dodge this will be 8 plus your strength modifier, which is 4, which takes you to 12, plus your proficiency modifier, which is 2. So it'll be DC 14 for him to see if he can escape this. He does with a 19. So you knock him aside and try to grab him, but it does not work. Let me see if he regains control of himself, though, because this is stim-related fury, not logic-related fury. And with a nat 1, he is going to charge forward at you again to try to stab you, bounce off your shield, fall to the ground, and fall onto his own knife as he spins around and sever his own throat and carotid artery. Dan bleeds out beneath you.
Jesus Christ.
I just gave him a medical stim. And that's why we don't give those away like candy.
All right. Lesson learned.
Brother Solomon,
guess.
how are you feeling about
Brother
this?
Solomon is not thrilled with how that went down. He's just going to put another tick in that concern. he's just like, because it happened so fast too. Like no one had time to intercede, so he just sees that, and then he like, I think he would go to say something to the judge, and then the judge would say, "That's why we don't give him," and just stop himself and step back. Morgan, should we? How should we prepare for this mission?
Morgan, how do you feel about what you just saw?
It's perfect timing because Morgan was trying to look out this grate and think. The stress has been building. All of this has been building in her. And the moment that a scuffle started between those two, it was like she had to purposely not look at it because she's thinking in her, she is very stressed. It's like it keeps building because it feels, this walk to this place, it was almost like she felt like, I can get a little time to think and like de-stress and think of the next thing, but it was like it almost happened too fast, you know, and that like stress can like change the amount of time that seems to be passing.
Yeah.
It's like they already got to this ending and she doesn't feel like she has the next move yet. So she was trying to dig deep inside of herself and like think about her training or even like imaginary Valentine, what should I do? Because she's feeling right now like I want them to give me input on what maybe I should do, but their only input is like they want to fight shit. And this is not a situation where we can come in guns blazing and just fight everything because there's like servo skulls with blades on them that could just go down and blanket us and we could all die. So I think it's that it's both stressors of like, I want to have this plan. I want to have a plan that makes sense, that gets us to the end of this mission. I have to have it right now because every moment I tell these men and I don't give them an exact thing to do, they will start to be violent with each other or other people or do something loud or do something. So it's like she's used to, even in her training, being able to have time to think through things and having quiet and having, and in this moment, it's just like, what is the answer that it's like only round pegs into square holes right now?
Yep. So you're still staring at Brother Solomon has summoned you. Damien, you're the only one who spoke, just agreeing in shock. What are you thinking as you see this happen?
He's thinking what a good idea it would be for the judge to lead his fellow Arbitrators into a charge and the rest of us go another way. Kind of just like, but he'll keep that to himself. But just kind of thinking like that person was a victim of a cult, but was, as far as he could tell, unmarked. He'd probably seen too much, and therefore would have needed to be probably burned as a heretic, just to be safe, kind of thing.
Yep.
Coming from a witch hunter perspective.
He could speak the name of corn, so yes.
Yeah. So his death does not feel like a loss to the Imperium from Damien's perspective, but we are in a new world of these like flawed, imperfect tools being wielded sort of secondhand at a distance by Valentine, an inquisitor that he trusts who kind of gave him a second chance. So it does still feel wasteful. It's a shame. It's too bad. But Damien has come up where like human life has like virtually no value. It's like, oh, you were adjacent to a cult or heresy adjacent, or you were a heretic by association, burn the whole like building down, burn the whole village down, kind of thing. So it does feel wasteful, but not like there's any kind of like pang of loss of like a human life kind of thing, because that part of him is like dead.
Yeah, you're not haunted by it in any way.
But it is just a shame. It feels foolish, and I think he just waits now to see what the judge will do next, now that that's happened.
Yeah. The two arbitrators standing at the back of the group, just outside the entrance back to the duct, are standing at military, not full attention, but military at ease. And arbitrator Johannes Verenda looks over to you, Judge Rex, and says, "Mighty patient of you, sir. First count of attempted murder of an Arbites, sentence to summary execution. You gave him a second chance. Impressive. Great restraint.
It's called a deft touch.
You have it, sir. You have it indeed."
I'm going to, though I will close the eyes of this fellow with my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Victims of the heretic are still victims.
We'll avenge them all. Lex Imperialis.
Lex Imperialis.
Would I be able to, I guess, get some kind of roll or something to help try and suss? I feel like Morgan's brain should be better than mine in this situation, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Fair
man,
enough. What do you
I
think
so
you would
hear
roll
on that.
for
Yeah.
your tactical awareness? What feels appropriate? Tactical awareness or gut instinct? Either of those would work for me.
I think, yeah, I'd love an insight gut check then
Great.
of what I could possibly do. Okay, that's a 21.
21. Fantastic. You remember the training you received specifically from Kays Knox, who is one of the Vesserine Janissaries. The Vesserine Janissaries are some of the top mercenaries in the galaxy. They have tattoos covering their body that explain their contracts, that explain that they are part of the Vesserine Janissaries, and offer a ransom price for them to be returned from the enemy, because kidnapping or taking a Janissary hostage is the same as taking a weapon hostage. They're like, this person is a gun. You took a gun from the enemy. Pay us this much and we will take this gun back. They are tremendously deadly. They are ultra professional, and they live for combat. So they work. Every time you hope an enemy would make a mistake, a Vesserine Janissary does not. And Kays, who was a tattooed woman, her hair shaved to her scalp, muscular, but not so much so that she couldn't move well, like that incredibly dangerous combo of ultra flexible, but ultra strong, everything in balance. And she trained you especially in knife fighting, just in getting close, when you have to fight dirty, when you have to fight in the street, which was not what you first thought you would receive from a Vesserine Janissary. However, during those conversations, you learned from her that a street fight is the way you should think of every single battle tactically, which is assume the enemy has more weapons, play the angles you have, fight dirty, move quick, and land a killing blow as quickly as possible. The only time you attack a limb instead of the neck, the torso, or the groin is if it will allow you to get to those things faster. Because that's the game as a Janissary. You're like, this is over, we're on to the next thing. I'm not here to be showy, I'm not here to fuck around. Just end it. So when you look at this potential combat, you don't know if there are any supports nearby. That's possible. You know that you have these two Dark Mechanicum who don't seem to be moving in concert. They're equally spread around this place. So it would be very possible to send teams or people in to go sneak up on this person, take this one out. The other one could be taken out with gunfire at the same time, or could be taken out close as well. The things you don't know, which are the things you worry about, are where are the entrances that possible reserves could come from? And it seems like that's the rest of the estate, right in the center of these gantries with the cogitators on them, where the Mechanicum are traveling back and forth from. So about 60 feet in from where you are, about 20 feet to the left. And what is inside that central ship that they keep going to look at? Those are the question marks. You don't have an easy way to look at those at range because Romeo is down.
Yes.
You have Rex too. The other thing you have are expendables. You have two arbitrators who have said they will do whatever you want, which means you can use them to plug a gap and then not worry about having to unplug it. So you have your tools. You have yourself at range. You know you're very sneaky. You have Solomon, who is awful at sneaking, and thus is probably where you want to put heavy things. You have the arbitrators who are good at shooting. You don't know if those servo skulls are functioning on their own or if they need to be directed. That's a question mark. But step one, eliminate the two Mechanicum, because you can do that the easiest using the assets that you have. Then you need to plug the door. You need to check inside that plane, and you need to be prepared at any point for those serval skulls to go off. And if they do, ultimately, you probably want the arbitrators to draw their attention because you can test what they're capable of on someone who isn't required for your retinue. That's the ruthless Janissary answer to this question.
Thank you.
No problem. Feel free to adapt as much as you want, as always, because I'm not telling you this is definitively what you should do. I'm also not telling you this is definitively the best tactical plan. I'm just telling you, based on that role, here's the expert you trained with. Here's what you would pick up from that training.
Yes. I think it makes sense because it's a combination of that training and also the things that Morgan is familiar with, which it feels very much like there's an option in her mind that she was originally thinking of, like, sneak in, get more information, lay low. But I think with the hustle and bustle, with the people behind her, it's like, that would work if I was by myself. And I think Morgan is still wrestling with that. Like, I have to make decisions that everyone can work within. I can't just count on my own skill set and the decisions that I would make, which is a positive and a negative.
Yeah, or you could do the fallback combo of both, which is lay out a plan for if something goes wrong and just go in yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Then maybe putting all of these things together then is the answer that comes to her mind. So she's going to crouch down and start unscrewing the one piece of grate, as we have discussed. And as she does that, she'll look up and say, all right, we need to get rid of those 2 dark mechanicum and get into the ship. That is ultimately our goal, to see what is in there, something important. But I will go first and attempt to get us more information. If I can get us more information, we will change this plan. If I go down there and things become fired upon me, Judge, I wish you to take the Arbitrators and go. The 2 mechanicum, the ones that you said that there's one more towards the side where there could be.
There's one kind of on your 60 feet of the area, and there's one on the other 60 feet of the area. So there's one closer to you, and then if you work along the gantry on the left, that's where you see the entrance to this whole area from the rest of the estate. It's a walled entrance. There's a gate. So if you want the arbitrators to plug that hole,
yes,
it's like fight your way forwards and make sure nobody else comes in.
Yes. So she's going to point out, is that the left or right?
The left from where you were looking. If we are saying that north is the far end of this flight zone and south is where you are, it is the west. Because the east opens up onto the open air and allowing things to take off into the atmosphere.
Judge, I want you to take the other Arbitrators and go west towards that mechanicum. And I would like the rest of you to go east to the other one. I wish this to happen at my command. Until then, I want all of you to stay here and stay quiet, and please do not argue with one another.
I don't know why you'd think I'd argue.
I look at this dead man on the ground.
Arbitrators, I'm just going to nod. I'm accepting this plan.
Orders are understood. The only person you had to worry about is dead, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. I'll be right back. She's going to lower herself quietly down out of the grate.
Fantastic. Where are you going?
I want to go to whatever closest cogitator I can get to, staying low, to try and put the data spike in it and get more information.
Fantastic. Roll me a stealth as you travel.
I'm just going to use my last luck point on this one. Ooh. I'm scared. Which is a good call.
Nice.
21.
That one fails. And that one with disadvantage definitely fails. No one sees you. So you make your way over to the cogitator and you can slip your data spike into it.
Great.
Now
I got a test.
I do that. Yes, but we find out. Okay. That's pretty good. And that's worse. Okay. Your data spike is better programmed than their scrap code. So the data spike sinks in. You see the light on the end of it blink red, slightly longer than you used to. There's a moment of it flashing faster and stranger, and then it slows down again to red, and then it shifts to green. The data spike can be removed. You've captured what you can from this station.
Great. She's going to take that.
To be clear, the wind is whistling by outside.
Oh,
There's
great.
not as much. It's not like it's a silent space. The Mechanicum are banging on stuff and welding things. There are a lot of audio experiences going on.
Right. So just radio back up. Closet, I've sent you more information, and it's from some dark mechanicum. We're trying to get closer to our asset.
Thank you for that information. I will filter for scrap code, try to find what you need. Any specific information wanted?
We're looking for Talos Ivo still.
Okay. Checking. 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 Can you roll me a d20 for a closet?
15.
Okay. That's a pretty good roll for him. Apparently they messaged off-world to some kind of benefactor.
Yes.
They were interested in Talos, so he was brought for transport to one of their flyers. It has not yet left the hangar. He was brought to the hangar. That has been reported.
Understood. We are right on that hangar outside. We're going to try and get on that ship.
Excellent. Is there anything I can do to assist?
Once we get on that ship, maybe. I'll try and get you more information from it. Over and out.
Okay. Up in his room to himself off the radio.
Aw.
And Morgan is... All right, this is what we can do. She says... Team, execute the action now.
Affirmative.
Yes.
Damien, with me.
I know.
Yeah.
Go.
Yo. He takes off. Clunk, 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 clunk.
The Arbites immediately follow you, Judge. There's no hesitation there.
Great. So we walk with purpose in a line formation, just, 1, 2, 3. And I just raise my hand with my 2 fingers. I just jet them forward in the go action. And
Are you being as blunt as possible? Is this you kicking open a grate and leaping down, just full action hero mode?
Well, full action mode is noisy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're more precise and surgical than that. This is
So you're all dropping down out of grates and just moving.
correct.
Fabulous. All right, everybody is dropping down out of grates. Please roll me your initiative. The Dark Mechanicum will be rolling at disadvantage because they are being surprised.
That's a dirty 20 on the initiative.
Very
for
nice.
Damien.
14 for the judge.
Okay.
22.
All right.
Hell yeah.
They just blast past
16.
16. Okay. 2 of you can change your space voluntarily with anyone else in this initiative order. So right now, Morgan is going first. Damien is second. Of the 4 of you, Solomon is third, and the judge is last. Do you want to change any of that order?
Would Solomon I guess with Solomon, I don't know what else you have. I know you've got a greatsword and that's it, as far as I can tell. Would Solomon be able to get to the Mechanicus that we've been assigned to, the east side one?
The far side Mechanicus? No.
No? Then I'm going to keep my spot if that's all right with you, unless you've got a pitch to swap up and get in there faster.
No, I don't think so. He doesn't really have a ton of range, anything like that. So he's just tearing off. He's running.
Okay.
All righty, so that's staying the same. Morgan, you're good
I
where
think
you
I'm
are?
good where I'm at. We're going to lay down some instant fire here.
Do you want to come up higher in the turn order for anything?
I got my 2 guys.
Okay.
I think we're going to be okay.
Fantastic. Okay, that's staying the same. I've got those guys who roll a 13, which feels very appropriate for the Arbites to be coming after you. And then I need to do the Dark Mechanicum, but they're at disadvantage. Yeah, there's some dog shit.
You like that.
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage. Oh, the same fucking number.
Ooh.
Perfect.
All right.
We love that for them.
And with tremendous tactical acuity, you're all going before these ambushed Dark Mechanicus. So, Morgan, you are first.
Mm-hmm.
You are over near the cogitators, having stepped back, which means from where you stand, it is 60 feet to the central gate. It is approximately 60 feet. I'm not doing the isosceles triangle angle right at the middle thing. I'm just going to say it's 60 feet for you to go northeast to get to the central flyer. It would be longer than that to get to the other end. I'm not sure what your target is. You're the only person who you didn't assign something to. What are you doing in this combat?
Morgan is wanting to get close to the flyer. I want to try and get on that ship.
Great. You're going to dash to the flyer. So that will require some jumping, some parkouring a little bit over things. Can you roll me an acrobatics? I will give you advantage because this is your plan. You've had a chance to look at the layout of the field, both from above and down here, so I don't think you would not have scouted and thus had to riff this run.
Great. It's a 25.
You reach the flyer if you are... So yeah, you do 30 feet for yourself. You do another 30 feet. You could use your cunning action for that. You are at the base of this flyer. The refueling pipes are still in place. The rear entrance of this Valkyrie is open to go into it. What do you want to do?
Are the Dark Mechanicum still in my field of vision being up here?
You can see them, yes.
How far away are they?
They are both about 30 or 40 feet from you.
Oh, great. So I would like to shoot the Dark Mechanicum on the west, the one that I send the Arbitrators after.
Okay, so you want to shoot the one that's closer to the grates.
Yes.
Yes. So technically they're kind of north and south as opposed to east and west, but
the
southward one that's close to them. Don't worry. We all know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I want to help lay down fire for the Arbitrators coming in because I have the most confidence in the judge, but not these other two Arbitrators in the same way that my brother, the psyker, can do. Mm-hmm. So this is my, I'm helping them, then I'm going to purely focus on getting in the ship.
Then you're in the plane. So you're helping first. Yes. Okay. So you're going to take your shot at that Dark Mechanicum. Go for it. Roll me an attack.
All right. And this
they have
makes
not
all
acted.
my assassinate stuff go off.
Absolutely, because you get advantage because they have not acted yet in this combat.
Okay, I reroll. I reroll once. Okay, we like that better.
Ooh.
We like that better.
Very nice.
That is a 23 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Jesus.
So it gets sneak attack, and then this first attack does extra damage. So
fabulous.
Here's my 3d6 for my weapon plus sneak attack.
Nice.
Very nice.
Decent.
And it's that plus 7.
Oh,
damn.
Beautiful.
18 damage.
With 18 damage, your long last fires as you bring it to your shoulder and just blows the head off of this Dark Mechanicum that the Arbitrators are shifting towards. He falls in a shower of sparks, fully dead.
Good. We like that. Now I can... The Arbitrators are going to the section I wanted. I will be focused on the ship next time.
Fabulous. So, station next to the ship. You have made your first kill in this combat, and you are in the position you want to be. Damien.
Yeah, as I make my way up to this Dark Mechanicum, I'm going to basically move my maximum movement speed. I don't think that gets me to melee range.
No. So there are a couple of different options. You could move straight across the central area, which they are about 90-ish feet from you.
Yeah.
You could move 30 straight across the floor, but you need to parkour a little bit, which would be an acrobatics roll. Or you'd have to go 20 over and 10 forwards, but the gantry's totally clear for you to sprint across without having to make a roll.
I am going to go light crossbow, so I would want to move to as much cover as possible. I want to take my first shot and then get safe.
Okay, great. So they are within, if you move forwards 10 feet off the gantry, which you won't need to roll for because that's not that extensive, you can take your shot within range of your weapon.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then. This is a standard light crossbow. I'm not juicing it with any warp stuff because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that with these Arbitrators around. So we will do 5 plus 4, 9 to hit.
9 to hit. That will not hit, sadly.
Right, so just kapwing with a literal, actual, physical projectile, just a big bolt actually just bouncing off of something.
Correct. There are mechanical parts. So that's what happens. Are you moving the rest of your 20 feet forwards into cover? There's a lot of cover along this path because there are refueling stations. There are various metal banks and other things.
As long as I can maintain cover. You know what? I will do a little bit of shoot and scoot of just, okay, so I've fired this off. I clearly have his attention, I would assume. Duck down to cover, and then I'm going to try and move undetected. So, like, you saw me go down, now I'm moving. Which way did I go? You don't know.
Fabulous. Roll me a stealth.
Stealth is 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Nice.
It's a very good duck down. So you are invisible. The only thing is you won't be able to move forwards where you'd have to vault over things, but you can move left or right.
Yeah, I'm going to move to the...
so move gantry side or Valkyrie side?
I'm going to move Valkyrie side.
Great. So you move over and find yourself in the lee, under the wing of this closest Valkyrie to your position.
Yeah.
So you are hiding out there. Solomon.
Solomon sees Damien take off, and he's gonna do the same thing. He gets all fired up, but you notice Solomon glows with the light of the Emperor as he activates one of his channel divinities, and he kicks on Peerless Athlete. So
nice.
Solomon, for the next hour, has advantage on athletics and acrobatics checks, and he can jump 10 feet high and long.
Whoa!
So he just,
Holy shit!
he just, by the light of the Emperor, and he like takes off in a dead sprint, and he's going to jump that like 10 feet off the gantry.
Yeah, he jumps 10 feet to land beside you, Damien, as you are ready to move sideways, just blocking your path before he keeps moving
Keeps
forwards.
moving, like preternaturally fast.
Boy,
Damien, don't wait up, he says.
Are you booking it to Morgan at the Central Valkyrie, or where are you headed?
I was going to just go after the closest
Great. So we'll give you
Mechanicum, yeah.
another 50 feet because it's the far side Mechanicum.
Beautiful.
So you're making your way forwards. I do need an acrobatics check from you to make sure you can parkour your way. With advantage, we may as well be rolling it sarcastically, but
No, my
I needed
acrobatics is not. It's not. My athletics is great. My acrobatics.
would
is
you
not-
prefer athletics?
Yeah, I would. Of course, I would.
Fabulous.
The
You're doing
numbers
that.
are better.
It's more jumping.
Yeah.
And you
Superhero.
don't,
Jumping strong.
and you don't care about the damage you are doing to the environment around you as you do this.
And he's not. He's not graceful about it too. Like
Yeah.
he pings off things and he just
It's
like
big jumps and
claws
hammering
on
down,
wall and
leaving giant boot prints dented in the metal floor.
Is it that track and field hurdle runner who is just nailing every hurdle and just keeps going
Anything that's in
regardless?
his way, he pushes it over. A guy comes out with a tray of drinks. Get out of here!
It's like watching the agents in the Matrix jump from car to car.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
just crunch,
Smashing,
boom,
yes.
up, crunch.
There's no concern for his surroundings at all.
You knock the hurdle over with your big swinging dick.
That's right. Exactly. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you clear 60 feet of this action heading straight towards the Dark Mechanicum. Morgan, you've never seen anybody move this fast or impressively. Solomon is simple, but he is very terrifying at what he does.
Yeah, and it's all so pure and holy. It's like she's starting to appreciate how simple he is in the way that like he is just purely good. Like this is a pure good, powerful beacon of the Empire.
Yeah, if you can win him over, he could be your Rex too.
Yeah, honestly, for a minute, it is like that thing of like, is this what it is? Like, it feels like he's so holy that it's like he should also maybe be an Imperial saint. Like, is this what it feels like to have a holy warrior on the battlefield? She's never experienced that.
It's true. You've lived a life devoid of these more sincere and earnest miracles of the Emperor. And now
Yes.
you've got one seemingly striding alongside you. It is so rare to find an Imperial crusader of this purity because the galaxy corrupts and he's been uncorrupted.
It's amazing. It's just like, just makes her, it does warm her heart in that way of like, okay, the Emperor is with us if this man can do these things.
So this golden warrior is sprinting across the battlefield. Up next, Judge Rex. Your team is following you. You have 2 Arbites with you. The first time you've been able to effectively command other Arbites in the field of battle, in the prosecution of heretics. Rex, too, sparking a little bit, still with you in combat. What do you do?
Let's go over the plan that Morgan detailed. He wants me to take watch of basically a corridor where other enemies could pour through. Is that the general idea?
You're going to go watch the gate where anyone else could come from.
Okay, great. So, yeah, it's a very simple objective for us. So I have 2 other arbiters to either side of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to direct them to take the left flank and the right flank of this gate, take position while I come down the center. I am, for all intents and purposes, the leader right now, so I am willing to take more of the damage to set the morale for my group. I am going to have Rex basically just scout the periphery. Mm-hmm. I don't want it to take any damage because it's really a close combat creature. So that's what I do. I just motion with my hands.
Yep, and your team moves. You will get there this turn if you are willing to risk either an athletics or an acrobatics to move through the field of technology, or you can chase the gantry and you will hit that gate next turn.
Time is pressing. We're gonna push this. We're gonna risk it. So run in.
Fantastic. You are running and gunning. Roll me an athletics or an acrobatics.
Okay. With my athletics, that'll be a dirty 24.
Fabulous. You make it so cleanly, and your friends, inspired by what you were doing. Johannes Verenda makes the leap with you, no problem. Trooper Beatus trips over something and falls down halfway there and goes, oh, damn. He hits the ground. Beatus! Get up, Beatus. We got to do this. Yells Arbitrator Verenda following you. You are carrying shotguns, which are not great extended range weapons, but as you get to this gate, looking out, you don't see anyone coming right now. To be clear, it is a large kind of double door situation. They're both open into the rest of the estate. As you glance around, you can see that there is a massive kind of gatehouse structure in the distance. There's a mansion. There's a hedge maze, all of it dead, withered, grotesque. There are bloodstains around. You're not sure who would be coming towards this place yet. You don't see anyone. But there is one of the Dark Mechanicum over on this other side of the field, about 40 feet away from you. A shotgun might not be the best weapon, but you do have a pistol if you wanted to contribute to this.
This is on the other side of the gate. I see this new.
No, this is on your side of the gate, because there is the one. There was kind of the south, which was killed by Morgan, and then there's the north, which Damien did not yet kill. You saw his round ping off, and Solomon hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm going to use my auto pistol.
Great.
You know, what else am I going to do right now? So I'm going to take position. Angle my body. I'm basically just going to turn it with one leg pointing in the direction of the open gate, the other leg pointing behind me.
You're stacked up on the gate, no question, but you can shoot this way if you want.
Yeah, so just pull out my auto pistol, point, and shoot.
Great, take a shot.
That is a dirty 21.
That will definitively hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
He's strapped. How many weapons does he carry on him at any given time? He's got like 8 different guns.
He's got a shotgun, an auto pistol, a combat knife, and a shock maul.
Woof.
Backup weapons for his primary weapons.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got a 5. And it's piercing damage.
And you add what?
This does not have a damage modifier.
Oh, because you don't have a dexterity modifier. It's negative, so that doesn't affect your shooting.
No, but I do cast, it does cast Vex, so I do damage and I get advantage.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can only have weapons mastery of 2 weapons per day. So I assume you've been choosing the shotgun and the shock maul that you've been using.
That's right.
So this will just be regular damage. So you rolled 5?
Right. That's 5.
5 piercing.
5 piercing.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Your shot pierces the armor of this Mechanicus member, and we are going to fire at this. The other term, if we want to use something a little colloquially, it's the same thing that they've been calling Talos Ivo, a heretic.
Yeah.
Heretek is another term for anybody doing these kinds of things. But you have a shot from your friend Verenda, which will miss, and you have a shot from Beatus as he staggers up. And that will hit, shockingly. Beatus' stats are worse, but Beatus did it.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
and that will do another 7 points of damage from Beatus. Maximum damage punching into this member of the Dark Mechanicus.
Get into him.
So 2 different bullets punch into this figure from 2 different directions. And combat continues. Rex 2 is just following you around and staying in cover, correct?
He's just doing circles around me. No. Yeah. Yeah. It was a border collie in a previous life. It's just going to stay around us. It's for close combat, so I'm not making it run all the way back there.
Fantastic. So it's staying around you so that it will follow you if you are making your way out of this combat, perhaps at one point.
Correct.
And then this member of the Dark Mechanicus turns, and you see them raise a hand to their temple, having been shot multiple times. And that's when you watch the Servo Skull Swarm activate, breaking their pattern and swooping down towards your party.
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of players Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbot, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside our Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Though the team is working under special condition, this podcast isn't. So tell your friends about Agents of the Inquisition, and join us next episode. Rabute Gilliman himself commands it.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia Delos Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adamir 101, The Dankler, Anti-Core 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, Randall Eberly, the Yes But of Improvisational Comedy, Lord Taser, Funky Stevie, J. Robert the Mad Fox, Dagger Rain, Derek Wintenberg, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.